I'm right here by this Exxon gas station right here. The library, as y'all can see the title, stands for Lies of White Supremacy. That's what it is. Which that's where I'm going up here now. I'm trying to like get. I did a video probably about an hour ago, maybe yeah, something like that. Maybe about an hour and a half ago. On my way up here earlier this morning, and I was just sitting up here. I'm just sitting up here, just thinking about the struggles, proof of who fit the curses. I did a bit. That was the video I did earlier this morning. You know what I'm saying? And so, with me trying to get up on my feet and trying to do something to like get myself involved in something that I never take a step that I never took before. You see what I'm saying? Because it's hard. I can say that I don't walk around calling my like I said earlier. I don't walk around calling myself a Jew or whatever, but that's just for the sake of just humbling myself and not acting like I know everything. But when I look around and I see the condition that I grew up in all my whole life and stuff like that, and I didn't ask for a life like this here. I never grew up. And look, I'm putting it into action. I see a lot of people think that you sitting around and you just uh, complaining and stuff like. No, you're not complaining on that. I'm putting forth an effort at the same time, but you do recognize. Yes, of course, I recognize the condition that we're in, but at the same time, you still, in spite, even if I do, when I do take the next step in my life, everything that you do, you still, it's based upon white supremacy anyway. You still got to go to them and get it. You got to go to them and get a permission to get an education. If you want education, you got to go to them and get it. If you want driver's license, you want a car, you want whatever it is, and one of all things, whatever it is that you need, we still got to rely upon another nation of people. You know what I mean? We don't own no stuff to build a cotton. We don't own things like the materials to make to get to for. We don't own the type of factory and where we can create cars, and we don't own nothing the material to where we can create motors to go in a car and all that kind of stuff. We don't own nothing like no fruit trees and stuff like that to where we can go and get our own fruit. Where we're not we don't, you know, when have you ever heard of us saying things like, it's not saying that we can have those things, but see, living here, you will never own anything. If you still got to pay taxes on something, and if you don't pay your taxes, guess what that is? You don't own the shit. You don't own it. You still don't own it. Of course, we own all things to God. The earth is the most high and the fullness thereof. But we living in a system to where anytime you're still paying for, you're subject to paying something or whatever, you paying for something or you paying, it's still, you're going to be paying for it and you will never stop paying on it. So how is that free? Ain't nothing free about it. You got to take and you got to pay something to, you know what I'm saying? That ain't, what kind of sense does that make, man? We don't own the material to where, like, if something were to shut down today or tomorrow, candy factories or whatever, how we gonna, how, it's like, it's like they always say, we got we gotta learn how to survive. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's good to be able to know how to build and create your own, uh, like electricity, know how to build houses, know how to provide your own food. You can like now they have this thing what is called uh, Wi-Fi. Like now, what I'm using out here. You see what I'm saying? There's, you know, how we gonna be able? We should be able to create our own everything. You see what I'm saying? To where we should be able to have our own everything to where we can supply every need of everything to where we're gonna have to like be relying upon another nation to do it, and happen to go to their stores and stuff like that. It would be good if we can fix it to where we can go to our own people for these type of things. Just, you see what I'm saying? Um, it's just something out here, man. Um, you know, and even though I'm out here and I'm doing something, I'm putting forth an effort to do something or try, at least try to start from somewhere or something like that, or get a good boost or something. At the end of the day, guess who I'm still got to go and rely upon? That so-called white man. And if a lot of people try to sit up here and argue that, then they not in real reality. Something wrong with them. They are in Stockholm syndrome, Stockholm slave syndrome. That's what they in. Because if they ain't woke up in all this time, then I don't know what to say. You know, even when like for example, the line library. That's what I call it. The line. That's why they call it the library. Why you think they call it the lie? Lie, bury, lie, and then bury. Because most of the stuff that you're being taught in these school system and libraries is all that's white supremacy. All they books is white supremacy. When you pick up that stuff and you go in there and read it, but you it's like you got to go and you're forced to read and look into lies just to make it. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want to go around telling people, "Oh, I got me an education." Like what? The Bible is the only thing that's going to educate you. That's the best education you can ever have is the Bible, the Word of God. Because one thing about the Bible, it's going to teach you your true nationality, your true identity. You know, that's what it's going to do. So I'm just sitting over here and just making sure. So when I walk over there, I can see what can I get off into. Just come up here, just see what I can get off into. What would catch my interest that would make me wanna like if this is a good way out for me to be able to go to the top. And then what I'm doing, people, I'm putting these videos out to show people the documents of my lifestyle. If you go back and you look at a lot of the videos that I create, you're gonna see me talking about poverty for the most part. In a lot of my videos on this channel, you gonna see mostly nothing but poverty and how me coming up living in and talking about living in a single parent household. Now I'm saying those things. I'm not saying those things just to be degrading. This is just these videos are just all for educational purposes. That's it. They're only for educational purposes and to enlighten our people, to help them and give them a general idea of what's going on, why these things are happening in their life as so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American people. You know what I mean? Things of that nature. So, like I said, I don't walk around calling myself a Jew, but what I do say is that when I look around and I see the situations and that I'm in, the conditions of that I lived in all my whole life, then I have no other choice. I say, well, more than likely, it's a possibility that I am an Israelite. You know what I'm saying? I am. I don't walk around just sitting up here just saying, I'm an Israelite, I'm an Israelite, I'm an Israelite. But that's now the reason I'm saying that is because that's just for the sake of humbling myself. You know, I don't want to just walk in like I know everything. Although the Bible did says that the Israelites, we are the greatest people on the planet. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to just say it, leave room more for learning. You know what I mean? Until I find out some more extra information and stuff like that. But that's just a way of me of just humbling myself. You know what I mean? And not trying to come in like I know everything and like I know so much. And so, I want to always be able to keep that spirit to where I can learn more. Try to be humble. You know what I'm saying? It's not that I'm boasting or nothing like that. Yeah. So yeah, that's basically what I'm doing, you know. But I definitely, when I look at Deuteronomy 28 and 46, where it says these curses will be upon the Israelites for a sign for wonder. Now, let me break that down. If you get 18 different groups of people. They say gonna pass through here like a parade, right? Out of all them 17 people come up in here, they come up in here with riches, wealth, and all that type of stuff. Riches, wealth, and all this. You see the clothes they got on. You can look at them and you can see they ain't busted down. They wasn't never born busted down to the ground. And when you look at a certain group of people, and I broke it down in my other video, they're gonna have holes in their pants. They're gonna look like they ain't got no meat on their bones. It's just gonna look like their ribs is just showing, and they ain't got no weight on them or nothing. You're gonna be able to know by them few little evidence right off the bat that these are the Jews, because they got that mark and they got that sign on them or something like that. So when I look at myself, I can say that I see the marks of poverty is on me. You see what I'm saying? The marks of poverty is on me. You know, I'm not in no car or none of that. Although it's not saying that everybody that was born, some people, black people, Hispanic and Native Americans are born rich. That doesn't mean that they are that they are non-Jews or they are Edomites because they grew up rich. Some people, by the grace of God, was able, and they was a financial able by the grace of God. God blessed them with that. You see what I'm saying? But I'm talking about as far as collectively, you may find us, our people collectively, people my color, people darker than me and my color, whatever, you'll find them probably rich and they grow up rich or something like that collectively. But for the most part, most people like my color and darker or whatever, or lighter or whatever you want to call it, is in poverty. More than likely, those, you know what I'm saying, those are the people that fit Deuteronomy, the, the book of Deuteronomy, especially chapter 28 and 68. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, so that's just how it is. So when I look at things like that, it kind of give me a general idea of this is I could be. You see what I'm saying? Hold on, I could be, and that's the only thing that gives me. I think that's the only thing that gives me hope when I wake up every day. You know what I'm saying? I see stuff like that. You know, it kind of give me a general idea. I say I could. I don't know, but uh, we'll see though. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just gonna continue to keep learning, keep sharing the word, keep keeping the commandments to the best of my ability, and things of that nature. Me and my nephew had a good conversation in our video, a couple of videos, one, two, three. It was some hours ago. It's been up now some hours. We had a good conversation. We was talking about this, and he was talking about how he really wants to see his children, and he's talking about how he's having a struggle seeing his children, and he don't want to be in their condition. So he said some things yesterday that sparked me. You know what I'm saying? That's what I've been doing. I just didn't know how to start out. You see what I'm saying? So I'm gonna see what I come up with. If I can come up with something that would catch my interest, that would keep me going and stuff like that, that I can move up and go into a better position, then I'm willing. You know, as once the boost, I get a good boost or whatever, then I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take advantage of the opportunity, and I'm gonna work hard at it. You know, especially if I find, like, I love doing this here, YouTube and stuff. You know, and stuff like I love doing this here. So just like I love doing that, I post videos every day. I want to be. That's the same way I want to be toward my goal. Now I know at the end of the day, I'm gonna meet some challenges. I know I'm gonna meet some people. I mean, it's gonna be crazy out there. But I just ask the Most High to give me the strength to endure as I seek to try to move in a direction and get myself from up off the ground and put myself to where I need to be. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I want to do. So I'm gonna see y'all later here, and we'll talk a little bit later. All right, I'm gonna get on over here to this line white supremacist library. All right.